Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2022 IFBB Pro League Romania Muscle Fest Pro everything. Bikini, wellness, figure, women's physique, and women's bodybuilding. We are getting to the end of the qualification period. This is the last show for a few of these divisions. It's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Okay, and there were also 2 other shows this weekend. I've got those recaps ready, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss them. Now, in terms of Olympia, this is a bigger show. It's tier 3. So the winners receive an invitation to Olympia. 2nd through 5th receive the points you see there at the bottom. And then at the end of the qualification period, which is very close, a matter of days, the top 3 in each of the divisions get to go to Olympia. So beginning with pro women's bodybuilding. In first place, Alcyone, 2nd, Elisama, 3rd, Irene, 4th, Stephanie, and 5th, Mariana. All right, so here's Mariana in 5th. She looks tremendous. She's got great size in her legs. I love the sweep of her quads. She's got a really nice curve here at the lower part of her leg in particular. And it's a good balance too with the curve of her lats. I think she's got a really good proportion. I like her V-taper, but I feel like to show off the X frame even more, her legs should be further apart. That way your eye really sees width, narrow stomach, and then width again with the upper body. So that's really my biggest suggestion, is just to change up the posing, maybe even to have the knees more, like a little bit more turnout in the feet as well, so that the sweep is really showing off. Conditioning is beautiful. You're seeing a lot of nice detail in her legs. I wouldn't mind if we could see a bit more definition, really sharp lines in her like arms and the upper body, but overall, so impressed. She looks amazing. Okay, next is Stephanie in 4th place. I actually, when I did the Europa video, I didn't see her pictures, and it was just her name was not in the right order. So I see the pictures now. You can see she looks absolutely incredible. Her waist looks small. Her legs look massive. I feel like she's put on some size in those legs. Like, not only is her sweep looking super full and round, but the inside part of her leg, when I compare Stephanie here to here, like I'm seeing a lot of substantial mass. So she looks amazing. She's doing a great job. Conditioning, I think for sure she was a little more detailed here, you know, at the Indy, at the New York, you could see those lines, those grooves a little bit clearer. But man, I still think she looks amazing. You've got a great 6-pack. Just beautiful lats. She's posing wonderfully. I still think this is my favorite pose for her. I think it really shows off that X so beautifully. But still, she looks great. A fantastic job. Next is Irene in 3rd place. Gorgeous. I love her conditioning. She stands out in the lineup just for the amount of detail coming through in her quads, in her arms. Like, you can really outline every individual muscle up here. I think it looks amazing. She's got vascularity. She's got feathering. Oh, I love that the lines go right from her kneecap all the way to her suit, up her obliques. Just awesome. She looks spectacular. I love the lipstick color. I think she's posing really well. It makes her waist look really small. You'd really notice the X. So top to bottom, I think she did tremendous. Okay, next is Elisama in 2nd place. We actually saw her in 2nd place in Brazil, but that was in women's physique. So this is very exciting. I like seeing her here. What a tremendous top 5 is 2nd place. Wow. Her waist is nuts. Like, that is so tiny. And then with the crazy amount of muscle she has in her legs and her lats, the X is so extreme. Her V-taper is just show-stopping. She looks so full, so round. I love the curve on the inside of her leg. Her sweep looks awesome, but I cannot get over how small her waist looks. Even her suit just looks tiny. Like, everything looks minuscule and petite and packed, and then you've got these giant legs and giant lats and beautiful arms. So I am just beyond impressed. I think she looks so good. Her silhouette is amazing. I would love if I could see even more of the crazy detail, like the feathering and more vascularity. I can see, she's definitely lean, but overall, my gosh, this is so cool. I think she looks fantastic. And the suit is beautiful. All right, and now in first place, Alcyone. Again, we just saw her win first place. She's doing so good. And man, oh man, her lats look amazing. Really full, extremely substantial size in her upper body. And again, really proportionate with her lower body. She's got really big legs and they match beautifully to the size of her upper body. She has great symmetry. Her abs look spectacular. The legs are really good side by side. Beautiful posing. Her shoulders are perfectly level. I think she really does a great job. Her vacuum is extremely impressive. Her waist looks so small. I think she looks tremendous. And in the lineup, I noticed something because of the fit of her suit, which I think really plays an advantage. So we'll get there in just a quick second. Okay, so here we are. I know that these lineup photos are not the clearest, but I always try to show you the actual photos of the show whenever I can, rather than making my own image, because I think it's a good thing to see the different heights, to really see how the lighting hits people differently. So I know it's not the greatest in terms of the quality of the image, but you can still see how beautiful all of these women are, and the conditioning really shines on a few athletes in particular. Irene, you cannot help but stare at those legs. Alcyone, I see a lot of beautiful detail in her legs as well. Elisama, that tiny waist, man, that really catches my attention. Now, when I'm talking about the suits, I really noticed the difference in the fit for our first, fourth, and fifth place winner in terms of the the top part of the suit. So for Alcyone, her triangles are lower on her torso, and to me, it draws my eyes to the lower part of her lats, and it makes her lower, like down in here, look really wide. I love it. I think it does a great job of making her upper body super big in comparison to her waist. With Stephanie and Mariana, whether it's the way they're posing or if it's the actual fit of the suit, I notice more of like a swoop. So let me grab my mouse here. Okay, so I noticed that like the suit makes my eye come high in the middle, right? This kind of swooped shape. And so I am drawn more to look at their delts in this front pose. So I don't know if that's at all something intentional or if it's just me and I'm picking out way too many details, but I definitely notice Alcyone and just how wide she is, and I think the suit helps. And overall, I'm so impressed with this entire lineup. Irene's legs, oh, amazing. Okay, now from behind, wow, some gorgeous size, really beautiful three-dimensional quality, particularly in this middle part of Alcyone's upper back. Just spectacular. I think Stephanie could have had a bit more definition coming through to pull out some of those individual muscles. I think Irene's got some tremendous size in her glutes. Again, Elisama, her waist looks so small. Her V-taper looks awesome. But I think Alcyone did a great job. She had really good conditioning and really good fullness in her muscles. And to me, her legs look really good from behind. Even in this zoomed out, not so clear picture, you're seeing gorgeous lines in her calves, up in her hamstrings. It's amazing. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, Alcyone was already qualified. Elisama has 6, Irene has 16, and Stephanie has 23. Oh, and Mariana has 3. Okay, next, pro figure. So in first place, Rejoice, second, Adela, third, Helen, fourth, Zulfia, and fifth, Hannah. So here's Hannah in fifth in this beautiful, large crystalled, jeweled suit. So cool. Looks great on her. I love that she's changing her hair every show. I'm sure she's trying to figure out what she likes the best. So far, they all look good. I think I definitely like with a little bit of hair down. I just think it fills in the space in between her amazing shoulders really nicely. She's got an amazing V-taper, a extremely small waist, and absolutely gorgeous definition in her legs. I love how much detail you have. The lines are super crisp, and she's got amazing calves that match so well to the sides of the legs. So I just think she looks really good right from head to toe. Love the lipstick. I love everything. She could, though, relax her arms a little bit. I noticed it when we flip to the next competitor that Hannah has a bit more, like her arms are just being held a little higher. I think she could definitely pull her hands a little down more, rotate, and just relax them a bit. That's my only suggestion. Okay, here's Sophia in 4th place. She also got first in the Masters 40 plus. So cool. Extremely impressive. See what I mean about her arms look a little bit more relaxed? I like that shape. I think it just looks like they're resting on her lats, and she looks extremely easy, natural. Like this is just a walk in the park for her. She's not having to do any kind of crazy posing. We just get to see her body as it is, and it's perfect. She's got an amazing small waist and gorgeous detail in her abs. I love the obliques, these nice lines here, great 6-pack shining through. She's got beautiful definition in her legs in particular. I love this little bit of feathering in the teardrop by her kneecaps. Her sweep looks lovely. She's got beautiful balance again between the top and the bottom. Maybe she could have a little bit more size in the sweep, like right over here, just to really match with the lats. But overall, I think she's got a really pleasant look. The posing mixed with just that beautiful suit, the red lips. She looks really polished, and I'm definitely drawn to her. I love her silhouette. So I think she looks great. It was a beautiful 4th place. Okay, Helen in 3rd, amazing. First thing I noticed were her shoulders. Her delts look so good. She's got a lot of size. They really come out far. She's got a lot of width here. I think she looks amazing. A nice definition in her shoulders too. Just fantastic. Beautiful lats, a long, lean, thin torso, really smooth, nice 6-pack abs. Beautiful definition in her legs. Maybe not as like crazy as some of the other competitors in terms of how much detail you're seeing, but you still have some nice lines. The detail goes all the way into her hips. Really, really lovely. I do feel like she could try to pose so that there's less space in between her legs. I think when the ladies have their legs a little closer together, whether it's because of the placement of the heels or the turnout of the toe, it just makes the lower body look more full. She could for sure also have a bit more size as well, just to really draw your eye to the mass in her lower body. For right now, I'm definitely drawn to her upper body. I think her suit is beautiful, great colors, love the pattern. Her hair looks lovely with the highlights. It just kind of draws my eye up to her face. I think she looks beautiful. I love the detail with her nail polish matching the suit. Fantastic 3rd place. Okay, next is Adela in 2nd. Oh my gosh, she's doing so well this whole season. What a fantastic shape she has. Such a small waist. Her abs are so easy to see. Like they're completely surrounded. That's a crazy amount of detail. What a great definition she has. I think her legs look really good also from a definition perspective. Really nice, like 3D. Like they look really pumped up and full. I do feel like Adela could try to work on having more roundness in her legs. She's got, like I said, a nice fullness, but I don't notice the big curve like I see sometimes on some competitors. I think you'll see what I mean when I switch to our next athlete. I see a curve here in this pose. So maybe it's just the angle of the photo and this, when she's standing straight on, we don't see it as well as when there's a little bit more of an angle in her leg. But still, I think she's got such an amazing shape. Beautiful, tiny waist. I've said before, I've noticed that her arm is always a little bit different on this side than it is on this one. So from a symmetry perspective, I'd love to see her get those to be a bit more even. But, overall, I think she's spectacular. Okay, here's Rejoice in first place. Okay, this is what I mean about the legs having that beautiful round curve to the outside. Just her sweep is so easy to see. There's nothing straight about her whatsoever. She's got these curvy shoulders, curvy lats. I suppose there's a bit of straightness right here between the strap of her suit and the strap of her suit, but then it goes right back to curvy legs and even curvy calves. Like, she's just got these beautiful round shapes all over. She looks tremendous. Super full, super symmetrical, great balance. Beautiful conditioning. You're seeing lots of detail in her legs. I think you could tell a little better here with the lighting and the gloss, just how much conditioning she is capable of having. I like this hardness here, but here I think she's got this beautiful softness as well as these round, full muscles. So I think she really kind of nailed it. Her abs look awesome. Her posing is beautiful. She looks so good. Okay, so here's the lineup, really spectacular, but I am drawn to Rejoice. I think her shoulders really stand out and the sweep of her legs. That quad sweep is spectacular. She's just so curvy. Maybe you can see what I mean about Helen if she could just have the legs a little closer. Zolfia, I think, looks really relaxed, really beautiful upper body, but Rejoice just looks big. She looks full. It's spectacular. And now from behind, Rejoice stands out for me again here because I think she's kind of pushing her glutes a little differently than the other girls. So I'm noticing all of this detail in her glute ham tie-ins. I'm noticing the adductors, whereas on the other athletes, I noticed more of a curve. So I like this from Rejoice. I think we're getting a really nice shape and a nice view of that detail. She also has some substantial lats. You really see just how much size she has in her back. So overall, it's a really spectacular lineup. Hannah, I think, has some amazing size in her glutes, really nice detail coming through, but Rejoice kind of just nailed everything. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, Rejoice is qualified. Adela was already qualified. Helena has 5. Zolfia has 16. And Hannah has 12. Okay, Pro Bikini. In first place, Valeria. Second, Esther. Third, Elizaveta. Fourth, Zolfia. And fifth, Dorothea. Okay, Dorothea in 5th place looks gorgeous. Long, lean legs, beautiful abs. She's got these nice obliques that are really easy to see. Great line coming down her quad with this beautiful groove here in her hip. I think she's got a really nice shape to her glute. You notice this curve, particularly on the bottom. To me, I feel like she could have a bit more shoulder, a little bit more in the delt. She's got, I feel like she could have just more roundness in here rather than this more of a straight look that she has. But she's got beautiful detail. I love the line that you're seeing surrounding the delt, and she's posing lovely. She's got a great suit. So it was a good 5th place for her. Next is Sophia in 4th. Now that's what I'm talking about, a round delt. Beautiful shoulders. You really notice that gorgeous curve. It draws your eye just to how wide she is on top. And then with the contrast of her extremely small waist and the beautiful round glute, you just can't help but notice that hourglass shape. She's got this gorgeous curve to her leg, beautiful roundness in her hamstrings. I love the line here in her conditioning that allows you to see just this little bit of detail around her quad. It shows off the hamstring. She looks spectacular. I do feel like in the past we've had a little bit more roundness in her quad, like in this back leg. I feel like it was a little bit full, more full at other shows, whereas here you're seeing a little bit more, I guess, leanness. So I personally in bikini prefer that little bit more roundness, more fullness, but I still think she's got overall a really gorgeous look, great posing, and I think she's a knockout. All right, next is Elizaveta in third. She looks spectacular. Now, she's already qualified for Olympia because of her first place in Mumbai, and she really looks gorgeous in this photo. The posing is perfect. They caught her right in the best position. She's standing beautifully to show off that gorgeous curve in her glute, really small waist, and great upper body. I love how high the straps of her suit come. I think it makes her waist look even smaller. It highlights just that tiniest point. She's got beautiful abs, extremely flat, nice detail. I love all this detail in her side here. She looks super just athletic and just fantastic. She's got great lines all over. The groove here, this line coming down her quad, spectacular. And then she also has a fullness. She doesn't look overly lean in her legs, so she's got still that bit of a curve to her quads. Her glutes look nice and full. I think she could also have a little bit more roundness on the sides of her shoulders. She's got a lot of size on the top. Like I really notice the curve up top, but I think she could have a little bit more width. But overall, I think she's stunning. Okay, next is Esther, who we have seen so many times in the top 5. She's just doing amazing this whole season. She has so many points. I think she always looks tremendous. She's got a really beautiful arch to her back. You really notice the curve. She always has a tremendous conditioning. Like her whole quad is outlined. It looks really lovely. Her suit is beautiful. I love the curl, this wave. It's like old classic Hollywood hair. It's just gorgeous. She looks amazing. Now I'll zoom in a little bit here so we can see her a little up close. She looks fantastic. Lovely posing. I like how she's turned her elbow out a little bit. It gives you a nice view of her beautiful delt. She looks beautiful. And now in first place is Valeria. Gosh, her shoulders look amazing. Super round, really big. She's got a lot of size in those shoulders. She's posing perfectly, so you see both of the shoulders. You get a nice balance. You get a nice look at the symmetry between her two, the two sides of her upper body. You're also noticing this crazy curve. She's another athlete that has that beautiful detail right on the bottom of her lats. Extremely small waist with great detail in her oblique, and her glutes are just gorgeous. They're a great size, so they come out really nice and far from her body, but also a beautiful curve. In the lineup, she stands out to me because of her size. I think she's got a lot of muscle on her frame. Her shoulders, yes. The glutes, oh yeah. But also she's got great curves and size in her legs, and you really notice it when she's standing next to the other ladies. So overall, another tremendous, beautiful win for her. Okay, so here's the ladies side by side. So you definitely are drawn to Valeria. She's so tall, and her hourglass is extremely easy to see. Just the way she's posing, the amount of width she has in her upper body, you really see that curve in her frame. I also see it quite easily on Elizaveta. I think she's doing a really good job, and she's got some beautiful detail coming through as well. But to me, Valeria has the most hourglass appearance. And she's got these beautiful lines, really nice conditioning. She's got some great detail, but just perfection. Now from behind, again, I'm drawn to Valeria because of how tall she is, but her glutes are absolutely amazing. She has so much roundness and fullness up in the top part of her glutes. Like that's so gorgeous. And how tight they are and how beautifully defined the glute ham tie-ins come in, and her quads like come way up to here. That looks so good. So she's got just this beautiful shape to her lower body, and with the way her hair is and the way she's posing her arms, you just notice so beautifully her hourglass shape from behind. So I think she nailed it. I think she did a fantastic job. She looks spectacular. Okay, Olympia. Here we go. Valeria was already qualified. Esther's way up to 30. Elizaveta has 15. Sophia has 17. And Dorothea has 3. Okay, pro women's physique. In first place, Raluca. Second, Manal. Third, Caroline. Fourth, Jeanette. And fifth, Sophie. Okay, Sophie in fifth place. Oh, she is so good. She is like the epitome, the actual absolute definition of the letter X. Her frame is so good. She's got this unbelievable curve in her lats, tiny waist, and so much size and beautiful curves to her legs. I think her shape is just tremendous. She poses perfectly to really make the width on the top match with the width on the bottom. She's got her knee turned out so you see the sweep of her leg. Like, I just think she's absolutely gorgeous. I love her six-pack abs. The symmetry there is just tremendous. Beautiful definition showing off all kinds of detail in her legs. Her arms look amazing. I love all these curves in her arms, curves in the lats. I think she's just gorgeous. And the suit is show-stopping. Okay, next is Jeanette in fourth. Oh, she looks beautiful. I've already ranted and raved about the suit and the jewelry. I think she looks so good. It's a great color on her. Her hair up in a ponytail like this looks amazing. I love that she's changing it all the time and just playing around. She looks just amazing, and her conditioning is beautiful. I love the amount of detail you have in her quads. Her abs look awesome. Her arms look amazing as well. Really beautiful shoulders. Wow. I do think she could potentially have a little bit more lat, perhaps. I didn't notice it at all when I was looking just at her. But when I look in the lineup and I compare her to some of the other athletes, I think maybe just to make the V taper even more extreme and exaggerated. But I think she's got great proportions, really beautiful balance, and as always, she nailed the conditioning. So I think she looked unbelievable. Okay, next is Caroline in third. Holy smokes, she looks beautiful. She looks extremely lean. Like, I think her stomach and her waistline are so small. You're seeing a crazy amount of detail in her legs. Really just so lean. Her arms look amazing. And that's actually one of the first things I noticed was just how lean her upper body was and how outlined her biceps are. I don't think her biceps have ever looked this popping and this easy to pull out from her arms, right? Like, the definition is crazy. She looks just wild. Beautiful X shape, great suit. I love the straight hair. I love all of the hairstyles that she's done so far, but this is really sleek and elegant. The one thing I'm not crazy about is the way she bends her leg. I notice it more in the lineup when she's the only one doing it. I think I would prefer if she had her leg out more straight. I think it would make you see the X shape better. But that's it. That's my only thing. I think she's amazing. Okay, next is Manal in second place. Oh my gosh, those abs, is that an 8-pack? Like, really, her abs are crazy defined, and like, you could take a ruler and measure how perfectly symmetrical they are. That's unreal. Her torso is really spectacular. I love the velvet suit. It looks so rich and elegant, fits her beautifully. She's got amazing lats. I really like the balance between the size of her lats and the sweep of her quads. I think she's got a really good, like, her outline, her silhouette looks really spectacular. Her conditioning is lovely. So you've got really nice lines. You've got some feathering, but she still looks really full. Like, these quads look like they're bursting. Her arms look the same. Really good roundness and fullness. She doesn't look overly lean or drawn out. She just looks healthy and pumped up. And what a beautiful smile. I just think she looks amazing. She's got great balance, great symmetry. Those abs are wild. All right, and now in first place, Raluca. Oh my gosh, does she ever look beautiful? This suit is stunning with the dark lip. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. It's an elegant color. She just, it looks gorgeous. The last suit at the Europa was like fun and wild, and this one is like deep and dark and dreamy. She looks beautiful. Her conditioning is amazing as well. A lot of detail in her legs, crazy abs, and her arms are next level. Like we've got vascularity like crazy. We've got her biceps are so outlined. It just looks it looks amazing. Her V taper is sensational because she has such a tiny waist. Like I think her waist looks even smaller than it did at the Europa show. Maybe it's the angle, maybe it's the tan, maybe it's the lighting, but to me, I feel like she looks like just a tiny bit tighter than she did, and she got first place then too. So overall, she's just incredible. Okay, here's the lineup. You can't help but notice Raluca. Her legs are so defined and her V taper is just insane because of how small her waist is. I also noticed Caroline and the size in her legs. This is what I mean about that bent knee. I don't love it when I see everybody else with their leg outstretched. Like I think Jeanette's leg here looks just so beautiful and full with how round her sweep is because of the way she's posing. I noticed Sophie and just how big her lats are and how full and curvy she looks. Manal, man, those abs, I can't get over her abs. Her torso is so long, so much detail. But Raluca has just this insane shape with that tiny stomach, and the V taper really stands out. From behind, amazing as well. Raluca's, the back of her legs have so much detail coming through. Her glutes look really tight. It's just really well defined and outlined. Beautiful muscles in her back. I think Manal beside her looks extremely good from behind. Really full, big, large muscles. Man, what an amazing top 5. Okay. In terms of Olympia, Raluca was already qualified. Manal has 6, Caroline has 33, Jeanette has 12, and Sophie has 17. Now, pro wellness. In first place, Leonida, second, Karina, third, Lexi, fourth, Dainora, and fifth, Natasha. Okay, here's Natasha in 5th place. Oh, she looks absolutely beautiful. This is a great pose for her. You really notice the size in her glute. I also really notice how small her waist is. So I really like this pose for her. Great sweep on her quad. Beautiful calves, just so well, like popping out of her leg. Beautiful, dainty little ankles that just really come up into these gorgeous, full, round legs. I think she's posing beautifully. Love the suit color. Love the deep lipstick. I think she looks gorgeous. Okay, Dainora in 4th place looks stunning as well. That purple suit really stands out on stage. It's a bright purple, which I love. It looks fantastic, and I love the lipstick. She's got this amazing glute. I think she might have one of the largest size in her glute in the top 5. Really a substantial shape, gorgeous curve. I like that she's got fullness all the way on the top as well, and a beautiful outline. The conditioning is fantastic. She also has a nice curve to her quad in the back here. I'm not crazy about the lean in her upper body. I think if she could pull this shoulder more back, just so that the curve of the delt lines up more with the curve of her glute, I think that would show off her hourglass more. And I think she's got to be careful about like the wrinkling and the twisting. So just to pull open and up a little bit more, I think would be spectacular. Okay, next is Lexi in 3rd place. Gorgeous. First of all, I love the orange. That is so rare, and it looks like perfection on her. She's matching with the orange nail polish. Just beautiful. Her abs are spectacular. I love the symmetry. I love how well they're defined. She's got beautiful definition coming through on her quads as well, but still full. So you got this great, beautiful round sweep, but you got nice detail coming through, particularly by her knees. So I think it looks great. Really nice size in her glute. Just beautiful, nice round shoulders. She looks great. Okay, next is Karina in second place. I love the shape of her glute. She's got a gorgeous curve in the back, and I love how it connects to her hamstring. Just a really good curve, like you really see the full shape of her glute. She's got nice conditioning. This line gives you a really good view of her hamstring, and I think she's got really nice detail coming through on this back quad as well. I also notice how small her waist is. I think she's posing beautifully to show off the waist, so you get a really good look at that curvy hourglass figure. So I think she looks spectacular. She's got really large muscles in her arms, which I love. It's a good match to the delts. It looks nice and big, and a great proportion with her lower body. So I think she looks spectacular. And now in first place is Leonida. For whatever reason, I couldn't find a picture of like an official stage photo of just her, but I did find this picture on Instagram. So you can see her abs looked amazing. She's got great conditioning, like a lot of detail coming through. You can see that groove by her glute, a lot of detail in here by her kneecap in the quad. Great sweep. Overall, she's got this beautiful look with the red lip and the long dark hair. Just spectacular. Okay, so here's everybody side by side. I am drawn to Daynora and just that gorgeous amount of size she has in her glute. I think Lexi could definitely get a little bit more of that, the glute coming out more to the side. I see beautiful size and nice definition, particularly in her quads, but I think she could definitely have a bit more of that like sideways shape like we see here in Daynora. Leonida could arguably be called the more petite of this lineup. She doesn't have the largest shoulders. She doesn't have the largest glute, but she's got such an amazing shape. You really see her small waist. You see the curve. You see the spectacular hourglass. And I think you get a great view of her glute because of this gorgeous line she has. Her conditioning is lovely. And then really full hamstrings. I think that just looks great. It really fills in her lower body. Karina beside her, I think, looks spectacular as well. She's a little larger in her upper body. Beautiful. Natasha's got some nice definition in her legs. And just overall, everybody looked really beautiful. It was a great top 5. And now from behind, I really do notice Leonida. I think she's got a really good shape to the top of her glutes, but also really good definition into the glute ham tie-ins, and her quads look so big. Just a really nice round shape, both on the outside and the inside. I think Natasha has a really nice shape to her glute ham tie-ins. You really notice that triangular shape. I did think that both Daynora and Lexi could relax their arms a little bit. I think they're kind of pulling the arms too far back, and it's hiding the hourglass shape. Like you can see here, even Karina could relax the arms a little. Leonida is kind of highlighting her hourglass by having the arms just come out a little bit. The elbows are just ever so slightly pointed out to the sides. And I think that helps with showing off the width up top. Overall, absolutely gorgeous wellness top 5. Okay, in terms of Olympia, Leonida is now qualified. Karina has 22, Lexi has 5, Daynora has 4, and Natasha has 9. So that's it for this show. There are 3 more shows coming up to complete the end of the qualification period for this year's Olympia. Oh my gosh. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss those recaps. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below with what you thought of these amazing top 5s, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.